Hey everyone, welcome back to Beekeeping with Natalie, or welcome to if you are new. So the last video we posted on this, it's same day, we're filming it same day, June 12th, 6th video, you get the idea. So everything's pretty much the same, everything looks the same in the last two videos, but that's just because they're literally filmed on the same day, but I don't want to have to do a 40-minute video, so we're separating it out a little bit. But today's video is really just going to be checking these nukes and seeing, yeah, that they probably need another box. So if you have anything like this where they just are really blowing up, you always want to check the lid, especially if they've got comb on there, just to check for her, the queen. And we are going to move them into 10 frames today. They might be a little different, all of them just a little bit different on where they're at, but yesterday, this one, oh, there's a ton of ants. This one and then the other one down there, I think it was, yeah, they were just blowing up and bearding on the front. So we knew they probably needed 10 frame. I won't be surprised if there's swarm cells in here, to be honest. So it kind of probably should have gotten to this a little bit quicker, but I think it was just in time. So these are Bob Benny, the design that he has a video on it. I think it has a playlist and everything. And I was talking to my dad about it earlier, and we were just talking about how if you do want to grow, building your own equipment might be something just to think about, just because I think you can get about 8 bottom boards out of one piece of plywood, and that's a lot cheaper than buying 8 bottom boards from a company. So that might just be one thing to think about, or just check out his video on that. Yeah, we wax dip ours. You can paint them, but we just don't really enjoy painting, so we invested in some nice wax dipping equipment. And also, that's another thing, if you want to grow, you got to think about the money, and just, it is an investment, but over time you'll be able to pay it back. So that's just one thing to think about. And also buying used equipment, we do it all the time as long as it's not rotting, but you can do it, and it's usually posted up all on Facebook at some point if you're in different groups and local places around you. But all right, I think that was kind of,
it does help to know who you're buying it from.
yeah, it does help a lot to just know the community, the people around you, and just stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and just open these up and see how they're looking. I haven't checked them since the last time I checked them on video, which was quite a while ago. So let's see. I'm not going to do all of these on camera, just because that would be a pretty long video, and it's going to be after I do like 2 of them. It's the same process, just over and over. Can't do a tip test on Pro Nukes, so we're just going to check for swarm cells on the frame. Looks like she's laid in this, so looks like she's really just trying to lay in whatever she can. So that's probably needs some more space. We're going to give them drawn and some foundation. This is a good brood frame. That always just looks nice because it's fresh comb, fresh brood, cappings, and that looks really good.
Yes, it does. Do you have a marker to mark her?
I don't, but that is a really solid pattern, which is good. That's what we want to see with our first year queens. If it's not like that, we like to just blame it on her getting mated or something, because it should look like that. Like if you have a first year queen, it really should be just a solid brood pattern. If it's spotty or shotgunny, or if it's a bunch of drone brood, usually something might be a little messed up. So this would be her, well, I guess I don't know the math on it, but definitely her second round of brood. So she's been laying for a while. Here she is. She's a little bit darker, but she's stripy, which I think I remember her being.
Yep.
She's laid in all of that. She's on that side. So I'm going to wait till she gets back over, just because I don't want to smusher. There we go. No, be all right. We also try not to mark them too early. Now it would be perfectly fine just because she's been laying for so long. But if she's only been laying a couple days, I usually wait to mark her just because you never know and we don't want to risk it. But putting bees into a 10 frame is pretty simple. I think I've switched each frame around on accident now that I'm thinking about it. I'm picking it up like this and then flipping it, but it don't matter. Some people say it does, but for us, I've never really noticed a difference. We switch frames around all the time, just personal preference, I think, but yeah, this is just all brood. So I'm really surprised there's not any swarm cells because they don't have any space to lay. She doesn't, at least. And they are going to be blowing up in the next couple of days. So let's go ahead and put this in here. They will probably need a second box before we know it. So I won't put a second box on now just because this is giving them plenty of stuff to do. But I have just some drawn comb and foundation. So we're going to do drawn, foundation, or I guess I could do foundation first. Foundation, drawn, foundation. I think that's right. I don't know how many frames I need here. I should just need another 5. No. I think they're good. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so then I've got some foundation boxes over here. Do I? Yeah. That's 6 frames. Oh well. Some of these frames are a little, that's just covered in pollen and it started to mold a little bit. But I was just talking about this in the last video I filmed on this. Just about how you can put stuff like this in here and they will clean it up perfectly fine. So I'm gonna do foundation, drawn. Doesn't matter too much, but we definitely want to be able to get some drawn comb this year, and this is just one of those ways to do it. Just mixing it around a little bit. And then I'll just do one more drawn frame at the end here. The drawn will give her something to lay in immediately, and the foundation will give them something to do and also help us get some more drawn comb. So this is a little moldy, but it's really not that bad at all. The good honey flow that we have going on, especially I think it's going to kick up again, they will be able to clean this up really well, and I'm not worried about it. So we will check back. I don't know when that will be. We never know. Probably in a week or so, and they'll have all of this cleaned up. Like I'll drop this in one of these too, and they'll be perfectly fine. Sometimes that just happens if we leave a box out, a dead out, or whatever. So then oh, these are 2 different colors. I just shake those off, and then I just shake these bees in here. I did find the queen, so I'm not worried about her being in here, but still want to shake these. Also, side note, there was a ton of ants on these, and I would rather get stung 10 times than have ants crawling on me because they hurt when they bite. But they are all over now. So then all of these were on top of a telescoping lid. So I'm just going to drop a telescoping lid on top. We don't use inner covers on these. We used to, but we really don't anymore. And it's really just the same thing as if we were using our other lids that are migratory lids. They're also flat like that, so. Okay, let's check these ones. I think yeah, so that's the thing. Some of them are just at different spots. I mean, that one was just insane. And then this one is just a little bit smaller. I'm scared what's under all of these lids. Speak of the devil.
Seriously?
Yeah. So yesterday, was that yesterday? No, it was a couple days ago. You can stay on that side. I'll flip it back over. A couple days ago, I was cleaning out the yard, and there was a lid that was flipped over just like this, and I just had a weird feeling about it, and I flipped over. I said the same thing on my last video, so if you watched it, you already know. But if you didn't, I flipped it back over and there were 2 black widows on the back of it. That's just disgusting. But anyways, I don't know what it is, but whenever the lids, the telescoping lids are flipped over like this, they love it. So there's a black widow under there and I'm not gonna use that lid anymore. I cannot kill them. I just can't do it.
You have to.
No. There we go. So if you don't know what a black widow looks like, that's what they look like. They have a red dot on them. And that's how you know. They always have like a big old egg like that too. They're just disgusting. I don't know if there's anybody out there that like loves those, but it's not me.
Fred Dunn probably does.
Probably. No, it's just gross. Okay, well, we're gonna leave that. I'm gonna go grab another lid because no way I should probably kill it.
Yeah, you should.
You should.
Well, I'm recording.
Excuses, but all right.
Just step on it.
Just step on it? No. Well, anyways, that's just one thing about beekeeping you gotta watch out for is the black widows. The bees attract them, and they've just been really bad this year. Last year they were pretty bad too, so at this rate, somebody's gonna get bit at some point. It's just gonna happen. But I've thought about it so many times, like what would you do? You know? But it's what?
That box looks kind of rough.
Does it? Oh, it's just the paint, but they don't like being in the sun. So every time I flip them over, they start to get all freaking out a little bit. Thanks. I know, okay. Good job. Did you get it?
Yeah.
Thank you. She stepped on it, so I think we're good. You can use your hive tool also to kill them, but so if the camera filming is not that great, it's because she was just stepping on a spider. Okay, this looks pretty good. This is a nice sheet of brood. They're not quite as big, but enough to where I'm still gonna put them into a 10 frame. And there she is. She looks like the last one, a little stripy. It's a good. What? Yeah, so they've still got a little bit of room. But again, just thinking ahead, if we're not in it for a week, they will definitely need some space. Okay, so then we're just gonna do the same thing on this one. Foundation, drawn, foundation. Oh, I guess I'll just do one foundation frame. That's pretty much it, honestly. I'm just gonna keep doing that to all of these, even though, like, I know this next one, this green one, really isn't that big. I'll just open it. Oh, it looks better than the last one, actually. I lifted it up earlier and it didn't look that big, but yeah, so these ones are a little bit smaller, but they will definitely be blowing up in a little bit just because they do have a really good amount of brood. And they don't last too long in these pro nukes, and I don't like to keep them in the pro nukes too long just because when it starts to get hot like this, they'll overheat really easy and you'll get a lot of absconding. If they swarm and you still get bees, but absconding you don't get anything and they're just gone. So, do I put that lid on?
Yep. I smashed the eggs, dude.
I don't even want to touch it. Spiders, no. they don't bother me that much except for the black widows. They're just, no. Well, that's pretty much it. I don't have to do another one, I don't think. I'm gonna be cautious about lifting these now. Just a whole bunch of cockroaches. Okay, well anyways, we're gonna do the same thing on all of these. There's even a virgin that I checked on the last video, and I'm gonna move them into a 10 frame also, I think. Just to give them plenty of space. I think that's really it, right? So we're gonna continue to do that on all of these. So that kind of just shows you what we're doing now. And once these build up quite a bit, you can actually split them again, but I don't know if we will. We'll see what happens.
I think that's the goal.
I think it's pretty much the goal, yeah, just because if we're gonna get to 20, then yeah, but that's already, what would that be, 8? 8 that we already have laying and in 10 frames. So we just went from 2 to 8 really fast. All right, I think that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and put these on just because they're probably really confused where their house went. And yeah, so thanks for watching today's video. Follow along for more bee adventures and be here next time on Beekeeping with Natalie.